Here we have the current stock market update for Palantir Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker PLTR. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts in the comments section below so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So as we can see here, share prices are continuing to push themselves higher. There has not been a lot of downside price movement that we've seen here. For the most part, there has been some sideways consolidation, but overall, the most of the price movement has been in the upward direction. So there are some important questions here that need to be asked for this stock. Specifically, is it time to start taking profits? Has this stock run its course? Is it possible that we could start to see a collapse here relatively soon? Is there too much optimism that's surrounding this stock? So in this video, we'll be looking at some of those issues and identifying some important price points so that hopefully traders can develop some profitable strategies for this stock going forward. So what we have here is the 2-hour price chart. I did want to look at this time frame. It's a bit unconventional, but I do think that we should be sort of looking at this near-term price high because what has most recently happened is we did see a break above this $40 handle, and share prices have really closed right near the upper levels for most of these trading periods today, most of these 2-hour trading periods. So the real question at this point is whether or not we will be able to close above that $40 mark. Today is Friday, so this also means that today's close is also the weekly close. So this will be an important, price level to watch here going forward. If we do see share prices break above that $40 level, hold there, and then make a close above there as well, you're much more likely to start to see this become, one of the major headlines in the financial news media today. And I'm not just talking about YouTube because we all know what YouTube is going to say. YouTube is just exclusively positive on this. And that type of outlook also just carries its own risks. I mean, there's no such thing as a perfect stock. There's no such thing as a stock that's just going to completely move higher and never see downside pullbacks. So that is an irrational way of looking at the market, and that is a recipe for disaster for people that have that line of thought, and that is what characterizes most of YouTube. So with this current price action here, it is positive that we are moving above this $40 mark. Looking at the potential here for potential crashes going forward, this is a question that needs to be asked, and it is difficult to sort of identify some of these levels because we don't exactly know where the ultimate price high will rest here. So, for example, if we're looking into some of these Fibonacci studies at the moment, it's difficult to draw exact price zones because we don't exactly have the price high yet. Overall, this trend wave here has not completed itself. So there are some questions about what these actual levels will look like. But just for example, if we were looking at the price high right now, a break above $40 per share, and that wouldn't be surprising to see share prices start to retrace lower at this point. But if we did see the ultimate price high in this region, I do think it's a good idea to look at the Fibonacci analysis here, because what we would be seeing at that point would be a very clearly defined support zone, which comes in right around $35.80. The reason that I pointed this area in particular is because this area does mark the 23.6% Fibonacci retracement of the ascending move from 21.23 to 40.29. So essentially, that would be this price movement here. Now, we don't know that this is going to be the exact price move here, but if this were to turn out to be the case, this would cause some very clear support zones to start to develop. So, in addition to being this 23.6% Fibonacci retracement area, what we also have here is this ascending purple line here, which is the 100 period exponential moving average on the 2-hour time frame. So as we can see here, this is coming right into contact with that 23.6% Fibonacci price zone. Okay, so there's a lot of confluence here. In addition to the fact that it has been an area that has been tested now on several occasions. What we were starting to see previously was really the development of a sideways trading range. that looks something like this. I mean, we did see some brief spikes above here, but for the most part, most of the price action was being contained in this area. And right around this 35.80 area, roughly, this did mark roughly the bottom of that trading range. So we have three different price points here. We have a region of historical support. We have a 100 period exponential moving average, and we have a Fibonacci support zone that's all coming into direct contact right with this 35.80 area. So these are important signals to watch here because this is a region that could be used for price pullbacks in the event that traders are actually looking for areas to start to get long this stock. Most of the we all know what the YouTube channels are going to say at this point. It's just this stock is going to 100. This stock will make you a millionaire. It's the same tired nonsense over and over again. These people are, it's incredible anybody ever clicks on these videos. It's just the same thing every time. Who cares? It means absolutely nothing. These are random numbers that these people are giving you. It means absolutely nothing. So, the real question here is if we are going to adopt a bullish strategy for this stock, I mean, where exactly would you do it? Do you just blindly buy in at the highs because, everybody on YouTube is saying that things are going to be moving in that direction? If everybody's saying the same thing on YouTube, it's a good idea to start to look in the other direction. So it's a good idea to start looking the other way because for the most part, these people don't know what they're talking about. And anytime in the market where you have everybody sort of siding on one side of the argument, the major risk then is that share prices start to move the other way. It's similar to being on a boat. If everybody's standing on one side of the boat, that side of the boat is going to fall into the water. I mean, it's not a mystery, and it's the same thing for the stock market. So, currently, if we were to start to see share prices, start to roll over at this point, one area that I would be watching for a few different reasons would be this 35.80 region, because this is an area that could be used as a potential buy zone, but it could also be used as a potential area to start to signify whether or not this recent uptrend has now completed itself and run its course. Because if we did see a break below there, that would signal much deeper price retracements at that point. That would suggest then that the trend is over. So just finally here, we will look at the indicator reading here because overall this does remain positive. What we are seeing here is a continued momentum signal that is pointed in the bullish direction, which would be right here. And we have also broken above this recent downtrend momentum line. But with all that said, what you do have to keep in mind here is that the stock is now fairly heavily overbought. We're seeing readings in the relative strength index that are above 75. So that does definitely suggest an overbought reading, and it does suggest that share prices could start to decline here relatively soon. So here's the current stock market update for Palantir Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker PLTR. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership and start trading stocks with the pros.